When it comes to modern dating, girls love to tell you that you need a great profile, solid openers, and plan an amazing first date. But in reality, the guys they actually swipe on and sleep with do not give a fuck.
Conversation. Hey cutie, how's your weekend? Shit in my mouth.
So this guy says to me, oh, well, I showed your Instagram to my roommate, and he said, oh, she's pretty, but she looks chubby in her photos. On a date, on an actual date.
The most unhinged things men have said to me while we were dating. One, yeah, there's a girl in my bed, but I left her to have breakfast with you.
I just had the worst first date of my life. Date invited myself along with 2 other women so that he could speed up the process of finding his perfect 3-way.
So the video that we're checking out today is hot guys are brutal on dating apps and first dates. Why single men don't care in modern dating. Y'all, the stories that these women are about to tell. I'm like, you can't be an average man and get away with this stuff. I didn't even think this type of stuff was possible. It just goes to show you just how messed up the dating scene is right now. My God. Watch this.
So Liam messaged saying, and the award for the biggest forehead goes to...
His opening message to me, I eat ass.
Do you like to be punished?
So I was talking to this guy and he was literally ticking every single box.
It was a really hot guy that I matched with on Hinge.
He was good looking.
He has a driver. And it was a really nice car.
Too good to be true, right? He rang me up and he was like, I've just noticed your profile picture. And I can see on your profile picture that you've got a child. Why would I want to speak to anyone who had little cock blockers?
Yep, that's right. Hot guys do not give a f. But ironically, it is women who let them get away with it over and over again.
And I make my cute little profile like, oh, hi,
Damn.
and he's like one of the first ones that pops up. And he's gorgeous. Oh my God.
See, she picked the hot dude just for being hot, not because of some great bio and not because he planned a great first date.
So we pull up to this bar and this thing is like a hole, like a rat hole.
No personality.
When he's talking, all I hear is like, oh, football, frats, b****s and skanks.
And being rude as f.
Got his hand on my leg and I'm telling the story. He cuts me off in the middle of me telling my story and he goes, I just want you to know you're not my person. And so I was like, in my head, I'm sitting like, why would he just cut me the f off to say that?
Yep, this is what happens when women complain about men being trash. By the way, spoiler alert, he still f***ed the shit out of her later that night.
I'm not gonna tell you all the rest because like, I will be banned, but my God, what a night.
And this is what they mean when they say women will make rules for some men and break rules for others. Ain't no way. The fact that this man sat here, placed his hand on her thigh, interrupted her, cut her off from what she was saying to tell her, by the way, you're not my person. And she still proceeded to continue on with this horrible date. She already said the bar was a shithole. She already said that the conversation was trash. Oh, muscles, football, girls, bitches. She said all this negative stuff about this man and this date, but yet she still proceeded to go home with him that night. And that right there is the reason why there's so many men that are not on that caliber of attractionness that will not jump through hurdles for a woman when they know good and well that she's going to allow a trash ass man that just so happened to be better looking to get the box so easily. Some of these attractive people, whether it's male or female, be some of the worst ones to deal with because they know it's too easy for them to get people to bend over backwards for them. So they act like complete assholes to any and everybody that they want to. Male and female, they do this.
You see, the dating market is absolutely f***ed. But the reality is, it's women who are rewarding this type of bad behavior.
And all I can think is, you catfished me and now you drop this bombshell and you still expect me to date you? Are you insane? But I kept dating him.
You rewarded the bad behavior. And that's the issue on both sides of the spectrum. Men rewarding women for their bad behavior and women rewarding men for their bad behavior. And then at the end of the day, you know who gets the short end of the stick? The good people. The ones who are actually genuine. The ones who actually try to show you that they care about you. Prime example, let me interject this video. Warning, if you don't like somebody screaming and crying, you might want to skip this portion.
Bro, I'm hot. Like I'm genuinely pissed the fuck off. I need to go find fucking grass to touch before I kill somebody. Matter of fact, yeah. Let me pull over. Let me pull over because I don't even trust myself to drive right now. That's how pissed the fuck off I am.
My jaw. This is why she's pissed off. It's because she's about to go on a date with a man to a 5-star restaurant who genuinely likes her, but she's in love with somebody else.
Are you serious? Fucking understand why I am so in love with the bitch who don't want to do shit for me, who I have to beg for an ounce of any fucking thing. Whole time, I have a man who literally wants to send me. We are about to go to a 5-star fucking dinner, and I don't even fucking like this man. Not even a little bit. Not even a fucking little bit. Not even a fucking little bit. Why? Why? Oh my God, what is it? Like seriously, what the fuck is it? I need to go touch this fucking grass. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm about to go touch this fucking grass because I don't have the fucking answers. And I need the fucking answers.
Oh man. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but this is so freaking hilarious. She touching grass, y'all. She went to go touch some grass. For real. Look at her. She's touching grass. Ah, she needed it. She needed it. Laying in the thing. Damn. Look, here go the comments, y'all. Look, this guy right here says, leave that good man alone. Exactly. Look, folks, women saying, mind you, being in a relationship is completely optional, by the way. She could dump the dude that she's with and not go out on the date with the other dude because she don't like him. Look, she's a bird. Exactly right. And this is a comment being left by a woman. You're a bird. Girl, let both of them go and focus on you. That's exactly what she needs to do. Go with neither and choose yourself, woman. Come on. Man, this has to be my favorite comment right here. This is why you start dating after you heal. So you're not the one playing in someone else's face. Man, this has happened to the best of us where we get somebody that plays in our face because they're not healed from their last situation. Or hell, they're still in the situation. Lord knows I've been there more times than I care to admit. Let me ask you guys something. Do you find yourselves doom scrolling on your phones while you're trying to commute to work, watching TV, eating food, just spending countless hours each and every single day looking at your phone, wasting time, just letting life go by? Well, why not do that and make some money? Free Cash is an app that you can download on your phone, on Android and on iOS, where you can play video games, take surveys, and win some actual cash that would be deposited into your account. And you can choose which way you want to receive the money, whether it's PayPal, Amazon credit, gift cards, however you please. And before anybody asks, no, it's not a scam. I have thousands of people that have used my link to download the games and earn some money. Some of my viewers that currently are unemployed are playing the games and getting some money to be able to provide for themselves and their family each and every week. And I'm currently running my own little incentive for people that are using my link to download the games and win some money. For the first 3 people that send me screenshots, you can do it on Instagram. You can email it to me however you please. Send me screenshots of you depositing at least $100 into your account, and I'm gonna match you $100 via PayPal. I paid out 3 people last month. So far, I've done 2 people this month with 1 day left in the month. So I'm looking for another person to give $100 to, and then next month we're gonna run it back and do it all over again. So y'all have a whole month next month to earn the money, send me the screenshots, and get some free cash. Not only from the game, but from me as well. And I send the money friends and family. You gonna get the whole $100. So click that link down below or scan the QR code on the screen and get started today. Thank you, Free Cash, for sponsoring this video. Now, back to your video.
So why the hell would any of these guys ever change? Since if you have access to a buffet of pussy while being an asshole,
A Hinge notification pops up on his phone, like for everyone to see. It was like clearly out there. We both literally looked at it and then looked at each other, and then he carried on talking to me as if nothing had happened.
then what's the incentive to treat any of these women with some basic level of respect? I mean, you can just tell them to their face to submit and obey.
To submit and obey to me. That is a direct quote.
And he's like, you know,
Like, I don't think these women understand. Like, you have to understand that these men see you as beneath them. One of the worst positions you can be in the dating market is to be in a position where you are viewed as somebody that's beneath the person that you're trying to talk to or that you're dealing with. If they don't view you as an equal or a potential equal, run. Run as fast as you possibly can. And even to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep with this person. The energy, the transfer of energy that you're receiving from this person, that's another element to what makes the dating pool so sour. Because now you may be taking on some of those same traits and same energy that this man is putting off. Transfer of energy is real. Don't play with it.
Submit and obey to me. That is a direct quote.
and he's like, you know, you just need to be quiet and let me take the lead. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not.
And then he was like, also, you should know that anal is amazing on MDMA. And I was just like,
Oh my god. Please drop a like if you think that these guys absolutely do not care anymore, and comment down below what you think. Now you just know that these women are gonna say that all men are trash, and that is why dating sucks right now.
I'm so glad I came across this video because that was one of the things that confused me for so long. I was like, how is it that I'm hearing all these women say that all men are trash when I know that I'm not trash, and I know I have guy friends that are not trash, and we're looking for love and we want to start a family and all this type of stuff. How is it that these women think that all men are trash? It's because they're out here taking the trash out. They're dealing with trash.
That is why dating sucks right now. But we all know that the majority of men would never talk to a woman like that. But women are not dating the majority of men. They're only dating a small subsection.
So he picks me up, he's not bad looking, he has a nice car, he's pretty tall. Okay.
And so clearly, if you are an average guy, you need to get off the dating apps ASAP because they are a waste of time, waste of money.
I did pay, unfortunately, for Bumble Premium. It was hard. So I did 1 week, which I think was $29.99.
And there's so many better options to get dates as an average looking dude. And I might make a separate video breaking all of this down. But in this video, it's all about hot guys f***ing up the dating market and the women who let them. So instead, I'll throw in some fuckboy tips at the end just for funsies if you want to try it for yourself.
Let's plan to go on a date, like when you want to come down. And he was like, is it okay if I stay over? And I was like, we all know what we're here for. Yes, you can stay over.
Anyways, before we get into all of that, let's get back to the brutal reality of hot guys.
If you want to know how hot you are when it comes to online, get on a dating app as a guy. Women, y'all don't count. You can be average at best, Kevin Samuel's favorite words, and still have the same amount of pull that the hottest guys on the dating apps have. But if you're a guy, get yourself on the dating apps and try your luck. Try your luck. Even though he advised you not, I'm just saying as a social experiment. If you haven't been on there and you're looking to date, or even if you just are curious, get on the dating app, try your luck to see where you rank. You will know based upon how many matches that you get on the dating app. Me, myself, I'm one of those guys that get like one match a month type of thing. When there's guys that can get on the dating app and get 65 to 100 matches within 48 hours. That's how I knew that when it came to online, I'm chopped. I am chopped and I accept it.
Anyways, before we get into all of that, let's get back to the brutal reality of hot guys rampaging through the dating market, leaving a trail of emotional damage.
And I don't know, I just feel like in this day and age, in this generation with the apps and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, I just feel like it's hard. It's hard. I think it's hard. I think dating now is very hard.
if one more person says to me,
Don't worry, it'll happen when you least expect it.
I have no expectations anymore, none. All I expect is trauma and lessons.
It will happen when you least expect it. If that's not a phrase that I've been tired of over almost 20 years now, I was like, when is it gonna happen? When I least expect it? What does that even mean? How old will I be? I'm not trying to at least expect it at 50 years old. I feel like that's one of the most hurtful phrases that you can tell somebody is when it least expected. If you're not putting yourself out there to be received by somebody, then expect for least expected to never come. This is something that I had to get over my damn self. If you're afraid of rejection, you ain't been rejected enough. Go out there and allow yourself to get rejected 100 times, 200 times, 300 times, 1,000 times, to the point where the rejection no longer bothers you. Because that's what's going to happen. Even as a woman, don't be afraid to do that, because we're in a day and age where a lot of men aren't approaching. Hell, you might land the guy that you want. Maybe he was a little shy. Maybe he was afraid to talk to you. Maybe he thought that you wasn't as interested in him as he was in you, because you're not capable of throwing off the right signals and hints towards him. Because some women, they'll mean mug you, but the whole time they flirting with you. I don't know how that works. But maybe a smile, a wave, a flick of the hair, and a hello might get you somewhere.
Now, the guys that are causing all of this mess are drowning in pussy so much to the point that they don't even care about showing up for the date, and these girls just keep waiting there until they feel so embarrassed that they just want to cry.
You don't leave someone sitting alone waiting for you for 40 minutes. Like, I almost cried because I felt so embarrassed.
Yeah, that's not great. But sadly, it can always get much, much worse, because this girl took 2 days off of work, traveled all the way from Queensland to Melbourne on a 2-hour flight to spend the weekend with some dude she was talking to for the past weeks, only for him to ghost her the minute she landed.
He kept saying we need to catch up, and I was like, well, do you want me to come down Easter weekend? He said, absolutely. I landed this morning. We've been talking all day. I was meant to meet him this evening. I got all dressed up and ready to go. That was it. That was the last I've heard. Just vanished, poof, into thin air.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. But yeah guys, that's the reality. These are the type of men these women are swiping on and hooking up with, since no one actually gives a about your personality or charm when they are swiping on these dating apps.
Gilmore Girls? Oh, he got a Ferrari, Jenna.
Should I super like him?
Yeah.
We've matched a few times in the past. He's stunning.
My first impressions was, my lord, you are tall.
Who is Jack?
Oh, super like.
They all say they do, but in reality, they are all lying. Because when it gets time to actually swipe, respond to a message, and show up to a date, they all go for the hot guy.
And if this isn't the biggest truth, Lord knows how many times I have matched with women on dating apps, only for it to go nowhere. It literally wouldn't go past the match. You give them a little message, and I would try every little hack in the book of games to try to get a woman to respond. Sometimes it would work, but they would be so short with you. And if a woman is short with you, she's not that interested in you. When she's dang on giving you 1-word response or 2 or 3 words response to your sentence or 2 sentences, she's not that interested in you. And then after about 2 or 3 messages back and forth, they just ghost. They just ghost. Trust me, fellas, if you thought she was hot enough, there's other men much hotter than you that also think she's hot enough, and she's going to easily go for them. So if you do that social experiment as far as getting on these dating apps, don't even take it serious. Just get on there, see where you fall, and get the hell off of it.
For the hot guy. Remember the my mouth girl?
Shit in my mouth.
Yep, that one. Now, she did not instantly unmatch and block the dude. She actually responded,
What do you mean? What do you mean? So I just asked what drugs he was on tonight, and he didn't answer.
So he said something absolutely crazy, and he still got a response, while most men will never even get a response to a friendly, hey, how's your day?
In any case, I would only get like 1 to 2 matches per month, and the problem is a lot of those didn't even transpire in the dates anyway, because sometimes I would send a message to them and I would never get a message back, and it would just kind of fizzle out from there.
And here's
if this dude were to get in shape, he's a little on the skinny side. He might be a little scrawny, but if he were to get in the gym and get swole, he'll have a different story. He'll be able to get back on the dating apps and pull them. No problem.
And I would never get a message back, and it would just kind of fizzle out from there.
And here's another one.
He said, LOL, I meant more the spooning, but sure, we can do a date. And I said, oh, you're just looking for someone to spoon. He said, that's exactly it. I said, oh, I'm looking for more out of this app. This guy's response.
Penetration, classic. So clearly, dating apps are...
It's funny. It's funny that Austin, I think that's his name, Austin, and whatever this dude's name is right here, this guy right here, he's one of the experts. He's one of these guys that can get on these dating apps and within 24 hours have 50 matches. He is that guy. Women go crazy for him. His profile pictures, the way he set everything up, and plus he's in really good shape too, rocking a six-pack and everything. He would say something like this. He teaches guys to purposefully act like you misunderstand what the woman is saying on the dating app. She said, I'm looking for something more out of this app. He says, so like penetration. This man will tell you to say some mess like that. And you'll be surprised. It might get you somewhere.
Join them, and start fuckboying.
But look at this. Look at the quality of women that this man can pull on these apps.
So if we look at our matches, we got
look at these matches. All attractive women.
64 matches within 48 hours.
In any case, I would only get like 1 to 2 matches per month.
A month.
Because if you want to pump and dump like a hot dude and you don't have the looks, it is still possible, but you're gonna have to use some highly unethical methods, but very effective.
And I actually did have a decent amount of success, but for one reason only. I was forced to be someone that I wasn't.
So glad that he said this, because for a lot of us men who have struggled in our lives trying to figure out the right things to say to women, going online, doing as much research as we can to see what actually works, we end up falling down this rabbit hole of understanding that what we're doing clearly doesn't work, but what we should be doing puts us in a position to be somebody that we're not. And it also comes off as being a bit of an asshole. And you think back on what you heard growing up, that women love the asshole. Women love the guy that's unpredictable and spontaneous. And then you have to accept the idea that I'm either going to stay exactly how I am and still fail at attracting women, or I'm going to change and become this guy that I don't want to become, that makes me uncomfortable to even think about. Or can I find a middle ground to where I can implement some of this information, some of this knowledge, some of these traits, and still be myself at the same time? And I'm going to tell you, easier said than done.
Now, use them at your own risk, because I will not be responsible for any of the consequences resulting from applying these, okay? Since I once had a dude who got his car totaled after I taught him how to bang a tall hottie, since it turns out she actually had a boyfriend. So yeah, any problems you get into, that's on you. Now again, I do not recommend doing any of this, and I think that if you want to date, you should try to meet a wholesome person off the apps, since that will lead to more fulfillment in life. However, if you want a glimpse into the life of a boy and are only interested in pumping and dumping, then listen up. First of all, nobody cares about your personality on these apps. Since you're not swiping on personality, you're swiping on looks.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Aww. I would heart it for the dog. Do it.
And second, which is the most important quality of being a successful boy, and that is to lie. Lie like your life depends on it. Because the true art of being an excellent boy is giving a girl exactly what she wants, even though you absolutely do not have it.
But he said, I love you, so it felt exclusive to me. Stupid.
You see, boys are working with an amazing body and a great face, and still they lie, which means that you have to lie even better and harder than a true boy. Because
real quick, you saw how the girls were swiping through on the images. As they're swiping through on the pictures, you see that they're swiping past guys that you would think that they would give a chance to, but they're only stopping on the ones that first image draws their attention. Either he's a really good looking guy or he got a dog and he might be decent looking. So you got to think, then what would be the first image that you post to get a woman's attention? You might think posting a dang on shirtless picture with you rocking a nice physique should be the first picture that you post so that you can get some attention, but it might actually come off as a fuckboy type of move too. So maybe posting a picture that shows off your physique, but you still got plenty of clothes on, maybe that'd be the way to go. I don't know. Who am I to give y'all any advice, because I clearly suck at dating apps.
Because you're basically marketing a shittier product, and that is all this a true boy. Because you're basically marketing a shittier product, and that is all this comes down to, basic marketing. Which brings us to your dating profile. First up, lose the fat.
This is probably gonna be my number one advice of all night. You need better photos.
Sorry, there's just no way around this.
See, this is what fucking Austin, I keep calling him Austin, I don't even know if that's his name. These are the pictures that he posts on his dating app profile. Let's say that this picture up here is his first picture. Showing off his muscles, but he got a tank top on. That's better than him just doing the shirtless pictures for the first pic. But then you got these other pictures, tightly fitted shirts, chest open, but it's showing off his physique. These type of things will draw a woman in, and then they can scroll through his page and see this dude is shredded. Women love the muscles, man. He's going to easily be able to attract attractive women, and then he also has the game to back it up. He knows how to talk to these women in a way that entices them, in a way that lures them in and get them interested.
If you want to pump and dump like a true boy, you're gonna have to be lean.
He is tall and skinny.
Now you don't have to be bulky and you don't need a lot of mass, but you do have to be lean. So stop eating garbage, do push-ups and jump rope daily, and in 3 weeks you can easily lose a ton of fat and look a whole lot better than you do right now. If you can't do that for just 3 weeks, you can't be a boy. Okay, it's that simple. So now that you're nice and lean, edit the fuck out of your photos. Go outside and take a bunch of photos in different locations around the city. These don't have to be special, just have a coffee, sit somewhere, stare at a thing, point at a thing, do a thing. It really doesn't matter because we'll fix everything in post. Now, there's a ton of tutorials and apps out there on how to edit your photos. But don't just stop at fixing your face. Fix the background, fix the shirt, fix the sky, fix whatever you need to fix to make sure that this picture looks sexy as fuck, okay? Now the goal is to look effortlessly sexy and affluent, not rich, just very comfortable with your money. Trust me, subtle signs of affluence.
Yo, the fact that they're going photoshopping and AI themselves in different places. Yo, is this the competition out here? These people over here photoshopping the AI and them this is the landscape, right? This is the competition out here. People out here editing the hell out their pictures, Photoshop, AI. No wonder I couldn't win. No wonder I couldn't win. My competition was professionals, man. I used to wonder too, man. I was like, man, I only see women. When I get on the dating apps, I only see women, and occasionally there'll be some dudes sprinkled in there, but you know, that's something else. But I only see what I'm going after. I'm not seeing what the competition is posting. So I'm like, what the hell? Why is my dating app so dry? All of them. I was trying Bumble, Tinder, Black. I don't even know what other ones out there. Plenty of Fish. I tried them all. Dry. And I would get the most hit on Black. I would get 100 women liking me on Black. But out of those 100, there'll literally be one that was moderately cute.
Work 10 times better than ostentatious signs. Because now you don't just look good, but your lifestyle also looks good. And you can easily bump yourself from a 6 to a 7 by losing weight and editing your photos, and you can bump yourself from a 7 to an 8 by editing your lifestyle. Perfect. Now we actually have something to work with. And now we start swiping like a maniac. Don't worry about what the girl looks like, since you're still a baby at this and you need to get some flight hours in. It's a lot easier to talk a 5 or a 6 into giving you her number and set up a date than it is with the 8s and 9s. So you want to start practicing your conversation skills with everyone and level those up massively. Now, like I said, it's a lot easier.
He is putting y'all on game right now.
If you actually travel a lot and live an interesting lifestyle, gaining a lot of general knowledge and interest. But if you don't, you just do what fuckboys do and lie your ass off.
But he said, I love you, so it felt exclusive to me. Stupid.
Whatever she says, you connect with it and you add something awesome. So for instance, she's just back from visiting her grandma in Canada. Great, I love traveling, I'm going to Paris next week. You can teach me some French, let's meet up for drinks. Oh, you love cats? Here's my cat, Mr. Snuggles. Oh, you mean dogs? Sure, me too, here's Speedy. Doesn't matter. If she's super into eating organic and healthy foods, great, I just started making my own sourdough last week. Let's meet up for drinks and exchange recipes. It doesn't matter what she says, just make shit up and add to it. Now remember, nothing sexual.
That anal is amazing on MDMA.
You're not that hot, okay? Leave that to the pros. But do step on the gas. We're not looking for a pen pal situation here. Just get her number, get off the app, and set up a date.
I have like a 1 week rule. Like I'll talk to somebody for 1 week, and if they haven't asked me out like on a date, I'm just like...
Plus, you're not gonna meet her in the daylight. No coffee dates, no lunch dates or walks in the park. No, just drink dates at night only and always at the best bars in town. Which is obviously a lie. It's going to be a cheap, low-light bar.
And this thing is like a hole.
Which hides your looks and protects your bank account because you're just looking to pump and dump. When you get to the final stage, Ruth sending you a message, and you walk in that door of that cheap bar wearing your Timbos, yep, I'm 6'2" and I still wear Timberlands all the time, since you can never be too tall as a guy. And so once she sees you, all she's gonna think is, he doesn't look quite as hot as I thought, but he's kinda cute, he's got a bit of money, and he seems very interesting, so let's just see where this goes. That is where you let your charm and personality reel her in so you can blow her back out.
See how the advice kind of led you to believe that you have to lie and become somebody that you're not in order to get these women to be remotely interested in you. To tell a lie to someone just so that they can hook up with you or go out on a date with you is something that some men aren't willing to do. And that man is definitely me. If you don't like me for me, then I don't like you for you. It's that simple. I don't even want to get to know you, even if it's just on a hookup thing. If I have to go through all of that just to get in your pants, then was it even worth it? For some guys, it is. I get it. But that just goes to tell me that you got more work to do on yourself than you do on these women. But having to go through all those loops and hurdles and lies just to be able to get laid is another reason why the dating pool is so trash, especially when it comes to online dating. Anyway, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. See ya.